Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Living Crafty and Cozy. My name is Audra and we are going to be covering some ghost DIYs today for Halloween. We are getting started here with DIY number 1, and I'm just taking a poster board from Walmart. I picked it up at Walmart. It's actually cheaper there than at Dollar Tree. And I am just taking my Sharpie and doing an outline of a ghost and cutting down the poster board here. Actually, it's a foam board. It's not poster board. It's a foam board. I'm just taking my scissors and cutting it down and getting all the excess board away from the ghost. Do try and have better scissors than what I'm working with here. I keep meaning to pick some up, and this is what I keep getting here because I'm forgetting. So yeah, not too great, but we powered through and figured it out. And I'm just kind of doing like a wavy pattern at the bottom, just trying to get like that bottom edge of a ghost simulation going on. And then when I was at Walmart, I also picked up this gorgeous chunky chenille yarn, and it has silver sparkles in it. It's white with silver sparkles. It was on sale for $5.50. I knew exactly when I saw it, I was like, this is exactly what I want to use. This is exactly the right everything for the DIY I wanted to do. And it looks so unbelievably cute. I don't know if you guys can still find it on sale, but something like this anyways. Dollar Tree does carry chenille yarn, but it's much skinnier. It's not that chunkier texture here. And it's got silver sparkles throughout, and I'm just taking my hot glue and running a bead of glue all up and down the ghost. I was thinking, like, how was I going to do this? And I really wanted to make sure that all of my ends were pointing down. At one point I was thinking just do like a giant circle or a giant oval and keep the circular pattern going. But at the end of the day, I decided I wanted to have like all of the ends pointing down, and I didn't want it to be wrapping up or anything like that. So I'm just going through here and doing the glue and then patting it down, making sure it's sticking to the board. And it's super easy to do when it's kind of like farther apart. When it gets closer together, I do end up measuring and cutting the yarn. You'll see here in just a minute, I measure and cut and then just kind of line it up piece by piece. And it's kind of a good thing that I edited this down as small as I did, because otherwise you guys would have had about an hour and a half of me saying, this is gonna be so cute. And it really is. It's adorable. I love the soft chenille of the yarn. It's just so pretty and it's just so cute. It's perfect for the DIY. And here you see me doing that technique I was telling you about. I am just measuring and cutting at this point and just filling that gap completely in. And then I just turn the ghost over where we can see my lines here, and I'm clipping off the excess yarn at the bottom. So we're trying to get that little bit of a wavy pattern there. And what's great about this DIY, I was trying to get all the yarn really close together, but there was a gap here and there, so I could just take a little tiny piece of the yarn, put a tiny drop of hot glue on it, and then just dab it right into that spot, and you never even noticed it. I am taking the poster board here and measuring out where I want the eyes, and I'm just taking the Sharpie and coloring this black. And I don't do a mouth. I know a lot of people do mouths for their ghosts. I don't always. And I thought it would just be cute to have just two like really big dramatic ghost eyes. So I'm cutting out the foam board and cutting it down to size, what I had already colored out. And then I'm just taking my Sharpie and coloring the whites of the edges. So there's a bit of thickness to that foam board, and you just want to get that colored in. Paint probably would have gone a little bit quicker, but it was right there, so I just used the Sharpie. And then I'm just gluing them onto the yarn, and they stay on really well. And then I took this really cute little hot pink yarn from Dollar Tree, and I am just making a little hanger and fixing it onto the back, gluing it onto the back. And then I'm taking some more of that hot pink ribbon and multiple strands, just doubling it, tripling it, quadrupling it, and making it into a cute little bow. And there she is, hanging on the front door. I think it ended up looking really great. Another large DIY. I love doing those larger DIYs. And moving on to DIY number 2. This is my ghost mirror that I did recently on my Pottery Barn dupes video. And I had a really fun time doing this mirror, doing this DIY. I was just trying to dupe the holographic ghost mirror that Pottery Barn is selling for $400. What? And this only ended up being $20. So it's not exactly the same thing, but for me, I was like, this works so much better than spending $400. And I just thrifted this really sheer panel, I'm sure a curtain, some sheer curtain of some type, and I just glued the top of the shape, the ghost shape, to look like the head of the ghost there. And I just hot glued that right to the mirror, just bead by bead, just trying to shape the head into that kind of oval shape. And then I'm just taking this strand of fairy lights, gluing the battery pack to the back of the mirror, and then gluing little bit by little bit to the mirror as well. And I just want to make sure and catch the outline of the ghost. And then I'm just taking a paintbrush and some black paint and painting on the ghost's eyes. And that's it. Very simple DIY, but very cost effective, and it ended up looking really, really nice in the hallway. And I love that those little tattered edges catch the wind. If you have a fan blowing in the house, it'll catch the wind blowing, and you can also see your reflection through it. So it's so cool. just like you would a real ghost. On to DIY number 3. This is also a Pottery Barn dupe. They have a ghost dog this year, and not the pillow ghost, one that's actually set like outside, and it's like a draping fabric. It's really, really cute. And so I had an idea that I could just use one of my kids' stuffed animals that had similar shape head and nose, and then just put some fairy lights around it and put a white cloth over it, and that's it. So I'm just taking Rudolph here and hot gluing him down to that little pedestal there, that little stand. And then this is the cover for one of the Dollar Tree ghosts that they have with a little foam head and hands inside. I removed all of that from underneath and just draped the dog and pulled the material back at the neck so it would make painting his face a little bit easier. And I'm just making sure it's completely covered at the bottom there. It's already got like some jagged edges there. And this is where I took a creative liberty, and I am using the cream colored maple leaves from Dollar Tree and just bending them over and making them the little ghost ears. And it's so unbelievably cute. It turned out really good. And then I'm just hand painting a little face on the dog. You guys could probably do a lot better job than me. I'm not great at painting. But it actually turned out really cute. Just a little nose, mouth, and then some little ghosty eyes. And then I do end up releasing that fabric from the neck so that I'll just drape straight from the nose and really give it the same appearance as the ghost dog from Pottery Barn. And there he is outside of my front porch. He is so, so, so cute. I love this little DIY. And then moving on to DIY number 4. This is my little ghost topiary. I'm trying my hand at this. We'll see how well it turns out here. I'm just taking 3 different bucket sizes from Dollar Tree. So all of these are $1.25 each. And then I am taking some plastic covers from Dollar Tree as well. So I already had a white one, and I'm going to be cutting that in half and using it for the bottom and the top ghost. And I am taking the ghost, turning it to the back, and just pulling all of that excess up and around. You won't be able to just kind of cut your way through that. There's going to be a lot of excess. So you're going to have to manipulate that in the back to where it looks pulled just right. And once you've got your edges cut and you got that laying right, you can go ahead and color in those eyes, the big dramatic ghost eyes. And because the 2 containers that I have for the bottom and the medium ghost are pretty similar in width, I had to take a piece of poster board or foam board, and hot glue that to the bottom of that second container so that it wouldn't overlap the bottom. You can see it just made it more stackable. And there I'm taking my pink table cover. My idea initially was to have like white, hot pink, and then baby pink. I thought that would have been super cute, but I couldn't find a baby pink table cover there, and I was in a rush. So we're getting 2 white ghosts and a hot pink one in the middle. And I'm just following that same technique of pulling that fabric in the back and getting the edges cut so that your fabric will hang just right. The idea is that we don't want too much overlap from ghost to ghost. You still want a clear definition of the one underneath, but you want to make sure that that container is completely covered as well though. And I'm just taking my Sharpie and coloring my eyes in here and getting the ghost eyes. Sorry, it's a little bit out of shot there. I fixed the camera here in just a second. There we go. And then for the top ghost, I'm taking that white table cover once again and following the same steps. Just cut, 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 tuck, fold, and cut again. Just keep going after it. And I do end up hot gluing these together just to make it a little more stable. And cutting all of that down to size. Wrapping that in the back. I did have to do it twice to this one just to make sure I was 100% liking the way it fit. And I'm just getting my eyes marked in here. And it's almost done. It's not quite done. It's almost done. I do end up adding a giant Minnie Mouse style bow to the top of the small ghost. It ended up being so cute. And that is also from the table cover as well. So waste not, want not. We had all this extra material left over. And there it is. That's my ghost topiary. I think it's adorable. Okay, everybody. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please give me a like, comment on the video, and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.